Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here with you every single day of the year, so just put your political questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. We have got a fantastic community because of your kindness. I'm serious. You've been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed. I do that a lot on YouTube. So, hello. All right. On today's episode, Democratic lawmakers are pointing out that the Qatar plane, the potential bribe of the Qatar plane, it was a distraction from a $2 billion grift. Trump is calling for a military tribunal for Obama for no reason. And we're just going to jump into number one because, okay, at 1 minute 30 seconds in, I have this blank. I always have a blanket on the desk in front of me. It's actually to try and muffle some of the noise from shuffling and putting cards down. Today, it is stopping me from hurting myself when I beat my head against the desk. So I'm going to assume you have heard about poor Joe Biden, our former president, who has been, bless his family, he has been diagnosed with probably terminal cancer. And bless him, bless his soul, bless his family. Bless them. Whew. Anyway, I think that this is a proper reaction to hearing about this, right? Well, apparently Don Jr. doesn't, because Don Jr. put out on social media, oh God, this hurts. The stupidity, it hurts. Okay, Don Jr. put out on social media, what I want to know is, how did Dr. Joe Biden miss stage 5 metastatic cancer? Or is this yet another cover-up? Dr. Jill. You know who else missed the diagnosis? Dr. Pepper. Dr. Dre. Yeah. Oh, it hurts. If brains were Wi-Fi, Don Jr. would still be buffering. Just... I cannot. Okay, so... And says Junior doesn't know the difference between an MD and a PhD. Junior doesn't know the difference between a PhD and a PDF. I mean, okay. Oh, Valerie, okay, here, let's be fair. Valerie thinks I think he knows she's not a medical doctor. He's just doubling down on she's not a real doctor garbage. Let's have a look. I'll ask the cards. Okay. Was he doubling down on that's not a real doctor, or is he so stupid? That's true, Joanne. Dr. Doolittle missed it too. Okay, anyway. I'm all for giving people the benefit of the doubt, but in this case, I don't know that I can. First of all, it's just a rotten thing to say. This is there are things you're supposed to be saying. You know, if you're a decent human being, and he's just walking away from that in a huff. He can't stand. He has to try to make it some awful political thing and kick someone while they're down. Yeah. Five of Cups, this is just disappointing. The reason I don't think he... Oh, Val. Well, hang in there. The reason I don't think that this was him trying to be clever and failing and was actually his own stupidity is the Four of Swords. Not only the seriousness of this, but this is communication that is just, and the party. Not only is this like read the room, there's basic decency. Were you raised in a tree? But there's also just, he gets away with anything. He's a spoiled brat. And it's not, you know how we talked the other day about smart people? Actually, their brains are actually processing really, really fast. They take in everything, whereas people who are not so bright, they tend to not be processing as fast. They don't tend to bring in as much information, let alone retain it. Silent. Absolute silence. So, yeah. Valley says, wow, he really is that stupid and awful. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Beekeeper Tarot says he's probably had too much icing sugar. There we go. All right. Well, and just so you know, I'm not going to read on, Junior. Go away. If I have time, I might read on the future of Junior but I'm actually not going to read on President Biden, just so you know. I'm going to be honest. I really don't want to go into the energy of an elderly man who is likely dying. You also have to remember, I live with my parents. They are elderly. And I just don't want to. So I'm just sending all of my prayers. Us. Okay. Junior. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's go on. Because at 9 minutes and 10 seconds, it just erased the whole thing before that. Hang on. I am having technical glitches today like nobody's business. At 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Just do this. Be patient, be patient. I tell myself, haste does not make speed. All right, so Senator Chris Murphy talked with Raw Story about Trump's recent trip to the Middle East and pointed out that, quote, the plane is the second biggest scandal on this trip. The $2 billion crypto investment in Trump stablecoin by an Emirati firm is the more offensive grift. Yes, unquote. Yes, yes. Democrats are up in arms over the eye-popping $2 billion cash infusion into the Trump family-backed World Liberty Financial stablecoin digital currency from an Abu Dhabi firm. Was the plane really a distraction from the $2 billion grift? Actually, I think the Qataris were just trying to get rid of it. They're like, hey, he's stupid. I mean, look at his son. Mercury is not yet in retrograde. Visualize 70. No. They know how shallow he is. They know how easily bought he is, which is just awful. And since Pluto is in retrograde, that's true. Good point. It's going back over ground, saying, "Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything?" Yeah. Yes, Lois. The plane was for sale. It's been for sale since 2020, according to Midas Touch. Yeah. Whoo. But the rest of us are struggling. I'll tell you, we should become president. We'll just take turns. You know, I'll be president one week, you can be president one week, so we can all just rake in stupid amounts of money. Although I know that that isn't actually what we would do because we're decent human beings. But yeah. Adding insult to injury, this was a plan. They know how shallow and what a bully and pathetic he is. Because of that, America is a giant cookie jar. Warrior Witch says Boo Boo's and Kitty for president. Except he runs out of the room anytime anybody he doesn't know comes into the house. I don't even know where he is right now. I think he's in the sewing room, mom's sewing room. 9 of Cups, Queen of Wands. There's no. This give him lots of gold shiny stuff, and you will be able to crack open the United States like an egg. Sabine says, can't lie, too hard to memorize them. Memorize. I'm so sorry. My brain's gone 40 different places. Vice is not good at handshakes and kissing babies. No. True. That's true, Lois. Boo Boo can be had with Mr. Dot. We meet again, Mr. Dot. Lewis says he can sew too. Wow, Boo Boo is awesome. He's sleeping in mom's sewing room, but yeah. Oh, Bismo, we need a Fred Rogers as president. That would be an improvement. Anyway, all right. This next thing, I've been saying this for a long time. The current President Dumpster Fire is, he has really sick fantasies. That is my opinion. Entertainment only. That is what I firmly believe. So it comes to no surprise to any of us. Trump went on a reposting spree over the weekend, endorsing a series of AI-generated QAnon conspiracy theory propaganda images. MAGA memes. AI MAGA memes. As well as a call to arrest former President Barack Obama for a military trial. Though Trump didn't say for what. It began on Sunday morning when Trump shared an image of himself standing next to Obama with the caption, "All roads lead to Obama. Retruthed if you want public military tribunals." Of you? Heck yeah. Conspiracy theorists across the internet noticed and rejoiced at Trump's pandering, with Alex Jones complaining, "Biden was not elected in 2020, and Obama ran the country illegally for the last 4 years. Now you know why President Trump is talking about military tribunals. I completely destroyed the families of the Sandy Hook victims. I had to pay something close to $1 billion, and I'm one of the grossest human beings to ever exist." Oh, I'm sorry. That would be the truth. So, yeah, okay. But is Dumpy, President Dumpster Fire, is he going to try to pull this kind of garbage? Felix has saved your voice. I'm fine. Veronica says it's just noise. Probably. I just wanted to double check. There's 3 cards. Is Trump going to try something stupid like this? Why is there a Chariot card in the middle? All right, card for the reading is Temperance, as in, sitting pretty, Chariot, money courier. Oh, there should be tribunals of Trump and his con artist family. Absolutely. Where'd the money come from? Man. Cindy Lou says, "Hello, you Automettes. Cold windy here in Chicago today." It is. All right. We also know that Dumpster Fire, he throws everything at the wall to see if anything will stick. No, this isn't going to happen. But, yeah, he's, what about this? 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 Hello, Lorraine. I just, yeah. Moving on. Okay. Speaking of stupid, Marjorie Trader Greene at 18 minutes in. MTG is upset that nothing has been done to investigate the attempted unaliving of Trump by Thomas Crooks, or that Ryan Routh has still not seen a trial, quote, "even though we are in charge," unquote. What do you mean you're in charge? You're not in charge of the judiciary. Sit down. Take several seats. Is there a reason why nothing has been done about this? Or are things just lost in the system at this point? Okay. The person she's talking about is do you remember the person who was like in the trees or the bushes on the edge of Trump's golf course and never actually got any kind of line of sight on the president, but someone in security saw a muzzle or something? That's part of who she's talking about here. He's the one who's still alive. He has been arrested. He has been charged. His trial is in September. And yeah, it takes a long time. Yeah, down in Florida. Thank you, Anne. It's down in Florida. Cases this serious can take a year. Before you're. I mean, he has seen the inside of a courtroom, but the full trial is often a year or more off. Plus, she's as dim as she's as thick as two short planks. Oh, but here's the thing, which could get interesting. This guy, Ryan Routh, is that just how you pronounce his name? Guess who his judge is? His trial is in front of Judge Cannon. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, nah. Hello, Amy. Yeah. She makes a lot of noise. There's not much here. Yeah, just ignore her. Yeah. Will Cannon... Thing is, wouldn't Cannon throw the book at somebody who had done anything to potentially harm the precious? See, I like that. Well, he cannot necessarily afford the high-powered lawyers. He should not have been trying to do what he was doing. It's a matter of time. And yeah, he's going to get the book thrown at him. Metaphorically. So, yeah, okay. All right. All right. Katie Prout had an interesting question. I had thought of this. I hadn't put two and two together on this. We often talk about how the International Criminal Court can't go after Trump because the U.S. we didn't sign those treaties. But with Dumpy grifting and taking bribes overseas, doesn't that open him up? Because those countries are under International Criminal Court, to the best of my knowledge. And then again, he's had so many grifts with so many different countries. At least one of them, you'd think. I would. Yes, Lorraine just put a whole bunch of emojis in the chat. It's just like, yes, please. Lord, I know we don't talk often. Wouldn't it be great if Jack Smith... Sabine says El Salvador is also in this treaty. There we go. All right, International Court. Come get your guy. Yeah, there's not much here. Pamela, thank you so much. Thank you. Makes a huge difference. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, this is the US. He's the weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. Shadow knows. Yeah, we're suffering. Trump is getting rich in the world. It is the world card right in the middle. This is a merchant. All the gold bits. Queen of Pentacles. It's money, but it's not. There's no Tower Justice card. So there's not much here, I'm afraid. It does, but it does feel like Trump. It feels like if he survives his diet, entertainment only. I'm not saying anything I don't want anything to happen to him. I don't want a President Vance, but I do want him to be held accountable for what he's done. If he survives the grease trap at a fast food restaurant that is his diet, it does feel like he's going to be impeached, or he's going to be, and I don't want to get my hopes up too high on that. We've done that before. So, but we'd have to wait until after the midterms. Assuming all the Democrats come out to vote. So, all right. Cosmic Goat Lady had a question at 2620. Who is really in charge at the White House? I don't know that I'll get a specific name. And after these long, many years, most of the people around him know how to manipulate him. Mark is suggesting Pee Wee German. Da-da-da, da-da-da-dum. Stephen Miller. Who was really in charge at the White House. Who's really in charge? Yes, Nazi Ferratu. Who knows? It could be his chief of staff. I hear she's quite the how do I put this? She's tough. Just say that. Well, guess who the fool card is? Everybody knows how to manipulate him. 3 of Wands, waiting for the ship to come in. 2 of Cups. Judgment. 5 of Cups. 3 of, it's the Empress card. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it does not feel like Vance. This does not feel like Shady Vance. I don't think Trump's listening to him about anything. Mm-mm. He's the blowhard. Trump himself is the blowhard. And it's whatever shiny thing he saw last. Which is why you get so much disappointment and all this damage in the country. Plus, you're relying on Trump, who's always looking for his ship to come in, some kind of income grift, whatever. And we don't fully know if President Dumpster Fire is being affected by medications he might be taking. So, yeah. All right. By the way, the budget isn't a done deal, but it's made it out of that House committee. The problem is still there are big differences between the House and the Senate version. Oh, boy. Okie dokie. Who's in charge? Who's in charge of the blowhard? Yeah. Okay. This is interesting. At 30 minutes in, nearly half of registered Republicans surveyed in May said they would support Vice President JD Vance in a primary to succeed Donald J. for Genius Trump in 2028. Half of them. Really? Mr. Charisma himself. Okay. The man who is not capable of all of the complicated social details of ordering donuts. Yeah, him. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis came in a distant second at 8%. Followed by the Ohio gubernatorial candidate Vivek Ramaswamy at 7%. We know that's never going to happen. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Mr. Spineless himself, and Texas Senator Ted Cruz each received 6%. Rubio or Cruz running for president. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Ted Cruz especially. Could we get Ted Cruz for president? Please. Please, 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 please. Oh my gosh. Oh, that would be glorious. Anyway. South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley got 5%. Will these numbers hold as we get closer to 2028? Oh, please. I'll make up signs for him and everything. Oh, seriously. How can I help? What can I do to help to get Ted Cruz as the 2028 Republican nominee? How can I help? Whew. The Republicans are gonna need some self-reflection. You think? Yes. There's a boo-boo. Strength. King of Cups. I honestly think we may end up with a white male candidate for the Democrats. Aggressive MAGA, adding insult to injury. Boom. I don't think things are going to be going well for Republicans in 2028. These cards for them are terrible. They are gone elsewhere, isolated. Democrats have strength. MAGA has ruined so much. Adding insult to injury, this whatever budget they finally get through, oh, it's going to be ugly. I worry about you. I do. I mean, I worry about me too, but I worry about you. Tower. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go well for Republicans. So that's what I'm getting. I'm not even getting so-and-so will rise up or no, they're just, believe it or not, I will believe it when I see it, but that's what I'm getting. So, all right. Says maybe I should start drinking alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, so I can't help you. But all right. All right, how about for Democrats? 35. For Democrats, same poll found the most likely 2028 nominee is former Vice President Kamala Harris, who had 30% support, followed by former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who had 8% backing, so 30% to 8%. Governors Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania and Gavin Newsom of California came in at 7 points each. Let's see if we can find out anything about who will be the Democratic presidential nominee in 2028. It's interesting. I mean, I'll tell you what I'm getting. I mean, this could be the big, beautiful blankety blank budget, but it actually feels, and I know most politicians, bless you, in Washington, D.C. are lawyers, but I'm getting lawyer. World. Happy Democratic families. Refusal to listen. Disappointment. And there's the country. Yeah, the Republicans not having a whole lot of success here, knocking down what the Democrats are trying to do. And that is an end to the past. We're starting with a clean slate-ish. So it could be one of those things where there's, I hope, so much backlash against MAGA and the Republicans that anybody who can get through the primaries is just a shoo-in. I hope. Yeah, this is just a mess. This is just a mess for the cult. The cults, there's the cult, there's the cruelty. Voters moving. MAGA feeling beaten up. That's what I'm getting. So 2028 may very well be mainly a pushing away of everything MAGA, I hope. Please. Please. Okay. So, this was interesting. At 3840, was it fated for the Orange Menace to become president again, to wake up the world to look into their own governments and vote non-conservative to prevent what is happening to America now? So are we a cautionary tale? I'm kind of feeling like we're a cautionary tale. But, Oh, did Boo Boo visit the buffet? I love hanging out with you. What was that? What was that? There's not a single thing on this earth that cat needs right now. I'm serious. If he didn't, he may want attention, but other than that, he has everything. Do you know these cats have 4 giant litter boxes? 4 for 2 cats. There's a buffet here with multiple food. There's multiple food bowls on the ground floor as well. There are 2 giant cat trays with at least 3 beds each, plus a smaller cat tree and beds scattered across the house. And this little one comes in here like, that's the end of the world. Because I feel fine. That's so bad. The other thing about fate is there fate? Is there free will? Yes, because there are certain things I believe that are supposed to happen, but we still do have free will on how we get there, how things are done. So, but oh, we're bathing. Are we bathing? Yes, we're washing our face. Okay. Having a bath. Fate or free will are that the question is a very human level thing. Because here's the thing. If you listen to scientists, basically because quantum mechanics, all of this, they worked it all out. Okay. If you could somehow, theoretically, okay, if you could somehow sit on a photon, not saying you can, obviously you can't, but if you could sit on a photon, you would be able to see time from beginning to end, from the Big Bang to the probably heat death of the universe. All of time is instantaneous, as in it all exists. And if there were aliens far enough away who could somehow see us, they could somehow get direct access to what we consider now. If they were far enough away, if they were moving away from us, they would see hundreds of years in our past. If they were moving toward us, they would see hundreds of years in our future. But we're going the long way around. We're in the middle of it. So is it all fated? Actually, no. But it's kind of both. It's very complicated. Did I say futon? I thought you said futon. Veronica says, I thought you meant futon. Oh, what did I say? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. You have to see it from a different perspective. There are higher, and there are things we agree to before we get here, I believe. My opinion. That is communication. This is make the best of life that you can. There is a plan, but there's dumpy. And to some extent, like a lot of the people who founded our country were actually deists who believe that the universe is like a giant clock that God wound up and just is letting it run. So they, in theory, they didn't believe in like asking the divine for help because it was all just a giant clockwork. people have all different ideas. There would be, I don't believe astrology means fate, but I do think, since we live in this sea of energy, that astrology creates these energetic currents that can be very strong. So it's possible that this idiot was just dropped when he I don't know that there was anything special about him that it's like, oh, you must go down and be worshipped and be the catalyst. Yeah. I just get, not in a cold deist way, but I do get gears where the teeth meet here, which meet there, which meet here, which meet there. Yeah, there is some higher knowledge, some higher energy involved in when we come down, who we are when we come down. But some of it is just, it's hard. It's hard being just on the earth. And he was actually dropped into the lap of luxury. So the only thing I feel sorry about for Donald Trump, the only way in which I feel sorry for him is that he has to live in his own head. I don't have to live there. I can walk away. I can turn off the news. I can chat with you guys. He has to live in that head all the time. But other than that, he's a spoiled brat. So, all right. So it's complicated. Cindy was asking about what is the likelihood of the U.S. trading with Russia, trading much more than we already have. I didn't hear what happened, but around 9 a.m. this morning, Trump was supposed to have a call with Putin. 4750. I don't know. I didn't hear how that went. U.S. trading with Russia, because there was talk that Trump maybe. Oh, what is that horrible noise? I'm so sorry. It might, maybe. Even add more sanctions to Russia. I'm very confused by what Dumpy is thinking these days. Yeah, possibly trouble in paradise, Lewis. Yeah. Retelling Savoy says CNN is reporting a possible ceasefire, but Russia is saying stuff must be signed. In other words, there's no ceasefire. Thank you. Thank you for that. Well, the card for the reading is the card of trade. You're waiting for the ship to come in. That's the whole thing. And with someone who is basically a serial killer. That's Putin. There's Justice, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups. Those aren't trade cards. But I still believe that Ukraine will win. I do. I still believe Ukraine will win. So, and that will be a marvelous day. All right. Well, I got through all the questions today, believe it or not. So, let me do a card for us at 50 minutes in. It might let you get out 5 minutes early, like I'm holding you here. card for us. I'm just going to do one. Oh, Five of Pentacles. It breaks my heart knowing how much pain is being caused, and we're still in this. And their idea of a budget is so awful. But this isn't new. And we're already helping each other. I've been just from you and helping each other. Great ideas. Try this, try that. Look here, look there. We are in the middle of this. So hang in there. All right. We're going to get through this. This is not forever. You are not alone. You're not. We are in this together. We're going to get through this. I've never picked up that we're going to lose our democracy or anything like that. And if Democrats vote in big enough numbers, it doesn't matter what kind of shenaniganery they try to pull. So you're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. They're out there. All right. So hang in there. It is 1:07 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. We're just going to try to be as productive as we can be. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow like I am every single day of the year. Every day. And I have been for over 5 years. Yeah. All right. Hang in there. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. If I don't see you, but hopefully I'll just see you later. All right? Okay. Bye.